Kirby just got the bucket. Remember last year they won it in Indy, and he's like off to recruiting. I was like, man, if you win this, you're gonna enjoy this. Oh, we got the roster to get ready. Oh, they missed him. It looks like he's enjoying this one. Back to back, man. You do not see this in college football.
But the Georgia Bulldogs bludgeon their way to back-to-back. Glory, glory, Georgia, as the fight song says.
That's right. The Georgia Bulldogs win their second straight national championship. Let's dive into some stats. Stetson Bennett, 18 of 25, 304 yards, 4 touchdowns, add 2 more rushing touchdowns for 6 total touchdowns. Most in a national championship game all time, tied with Joe Burrow, who did it just a couple years ago. Georgia put up 65 points, which is the most in the college football playoff championship era and also the BCS era dating back to 1998. Their 58 points margin of victory, most all time in any bowl game. That is over 1,500 bowl games. This was the biggest margin of victory, just beating out that LSU Purdue game that happened about a week ago. From TCU, Max Duggan, 152 yards, 2 interceptions. He did rush one in. That made it a 10-7 game early. You think this game would have stayed close, but it was all Georgia. They went up 38-7 at half and never let up. For Georgia, Stetson Bennett closes out his career, 2-time champion back-to-back. Kirby Smart will say goodbye to his senior quarterback and look to get back to Houston next year for his 3rd straight national championship. Now let's head over to the NFL playoffs. On the AFC side, the Chiefs with the number 1 seed. The Bengals and the Ravens will meet in their 3rd meeting this year, Sunday night at 8:15. Bills and the Dolphins, another divisional game, meeting for the 3rd time this year. It's at Sunday at 1. And on the last game for the AFC side, the Jaguars and the Chargers, the 2nd game this year, Saturday at 8:15. Move over to the NFC with the Philadelphia Eagles getting the 1 seed and the 1st round bye. The Minnesota Vikings and the New York Giants will play their 2nd game this year, Sunday at 4:30. San Francisco 49ers and the NFC West divisional opponent Seattle Seahawks will play their 3rd game this year, Saturday at 4:30, while the Bucks and the Cowboys will close out Wild Card Weekend Monday at 8:15 with their 2nd game of the year. We'll start here with Baltimore and Cincinnati. Game 1 saw Baltimore take out Cincinnati in Baltimore 19-17. Game 2 saw Cincinnati take out Baltimore last week of the year 27-16. Now still no definite answer on Lamar Jackson. That is huge for me. Even if he does play, I think Cincinnati will get it done, beating the Ravens back-to-back weeks at home. Give me the Bengals to move on. Next, we go to an AFC East showdown. A 1-1 tie between the Dolphins and the Bills. Their first game saw Miami beat Buffalo in a classic game, 21-19. Game 2 was that Saturday night game in the cold weather. That saw Buffalo win 32-29. A great game. The Dolphins might be without their starting quarterback Tua Tagovailoa. Left tackle Teron Armstead is still banged up. Raheem Mostert broke his thumb. And Tyreek Hill has an ankle injury. So this is going to be a lot for the Dolphins to stack up. If Tua plays, I believe this game will be closer. But with everything going on, give me the Buffalo Bills. Next up, we got a 2nd meeting between the Jaguars and the Chargers. Game 1 saw the Jags go to LA and beat the Chargers 38-10. Beat them by 4 touchdowns. This game will take place in Jacksonville as they won the AFC South and the Chargers in as the 5 seed. This is the closest game of Wild Card Weekend. I believe the spread is 1 right now. I think the Chargers get it done. Give me the Chargers to take out the Jags and move on. Head over to the NFC now. The Minnesota Vikings versus the New York Giants. Last time these two teams played in Minnesota saw the Minnesota Vikings win 27-24. The Giants, with a late game comeback, would stop short. This is a very, very tough game. I'm going with the Vikings. Justin Jefferson, just too much for the Giants defense. Give me the Vikings. Next up, we got the Seattle Seahawks and the San Francisco 49ers playing their third game this year in an NFC West showdown. Game 1 saw the Niners beat Seattle by 20 on their home field, while the second game saw San Francisco go into Seattle and beat them 21-13. One of the hardest things to do in this league is beat a team 3 times, but the way the 49ers are playing right now, they're going to be way too much. Give me San Francisco to move on. Next up, we got the Dallas Cowboys and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers on Monday Night Football. Game 1 saw the Tampa Bay Buccaneers beat the Dallas Cowboys 19-3. Don't forget, this is the game that Dak Prescott injured his hand. I think even though Tampa Bay's home from winning their division, Dallas is a superior team. Give me the Cowboys. So there you have it. All 6 Super Wild Card Weekend matchups predicted. 3 AFC, 3 NFC. Hopefully, we see some good games this weekend. And that's all the time we have for PC Sports. I'm Pat Cerniglia.